really is. It feels hefty, but I don't know. It's also very nimble. That was the main kind of surprise for me. How nimble this. I thought it's going to be a massive kind of survival knife. No, it's actually awesome bushcraft knife. It's really, I don't know why. It feels very balanced. The balance is, wait a second, it's really here. It's really balanced. And I have to say, okay, I go step by step. I'm a bit, because this is my first video, I don't really know how to do these things. But okay, the first thing, this is a better batoner for sure. Not by much, but it's, I would use this, I would choose this as a batoner. Okay, I will then show this. So the tip is, like I said, a bit more delicate, not by much. So this really, these are really like, I don't know, hard to say these differences, because this is also a fantastic baton. I've used this baton really big logs and with nooks and crannies, and yeah, I like it. The pro could be for batoning the length, but because of the delicate tip, that actually there's no difference between that. Okay, so this wins in a batoning competition. Yeah, not by much, but I guess wins. Then feather sticks, I actually don't really know. It's hard to say. Maybe this could be a bit better with the Scandi. So you can use the Scandi grind to make those delicate feathers. This is a better slicer because of this convex. It's a bit better at slicing, and it's a bit thinner also behind the edge. So this really cuts through wood amazingly. This is a fantastic knife. But now when I look at it, it really is a bit thinner on the behind the edge. So that makes this a really good carver. You can take some material away from the wood. This is a heftier, but not by much, but it is. So I don't know. Actually, I like to do feathers with this because I feel it's because of this delicate kind of or this kind of how do you say, the thinness behind the edge, and this takes absolutely, both of these, but yeah, both of these takes absolutely, I don't know, razor sharp blade. These are unbelievably sharp, and it's really easy to get them also sharp. Just some stropping and there you have it after a use. So I love the steel. I love 80 CRV, really, to be honest. It's really great steel. It's a tough steel. It takes, like I said, absolutely razor sharp edge. It holds the edge, and it's really easy to bring it back. So just stropping, and it's also, compared to the CPM 3V, I have knives in CPM 3V and LMAX and in crew where the super steels, there's a difference, but it's not that much. So in my opinion, I like those steels. I like my Bark River knives with the super steels, but I also love this. Yeah, and I should also say I'm a big fan of high carbon steels anyway. I've used them all my life. I'm actually shying away a bit from stainless steel early on, although I did always take them to fishing trips, and I'm a fly fisher. I never had any problems with high carbon steels rusting. So just clean it, use some oil. They take so much better edge, in my opinion. They're more reliable, and I just love high carbon steels anyway. And like you see here, I have used this 1 year a lot, so no chipping, nothing. A bit some patina here, but yeah. Okay, so then okay, the differences. If I would go, for example, for a trip that I would do bushcrafted things, but also like fishing and food prep, I would know that I would lean on those tasks. I probably would take this because I believe this tip is, I haven't actually used this on fish, but it's probably better. I actually know it's better. So I can imagine this is actually pretty good at opening fish and doing these kind of things. Of course, you can do it with this also, but so in these kind of situations, maybe this is better. On food prep, I found this is better. Yes. So those are, of course, and needless to say, on tactical situations, this would be better. So for military use, what's the differences then? Yeah. So the both are drop points. Yeah, and the handles, they're both great. I slightly prefer Jääkaripuukko handle. This is actually one of the best handles that I have. This is fantastic handle. I don't know, it's not even talked too often about when there's like thousands of videos of this knife. But the handle, it just fits my hand like a glove. It's fantastic. The texture is kind of hard rubber, which is really creepy, and it doesn't feel plasticky. It is, I don't know, it's just great. And it's not too bulky here, so there's this kind of a Coke bottle form, sure, but it's just, I don't know, I love this. This is one of my top 3 handles of all my knives, really. It's up there with the, let's say, Bark River Gunny, which I love. That knife is probably has the best handle of all my knives. I love Gunny handle, and this is actually a bit similar, but yeah, a beefier knife and bigger. This is a bigger handle, of course, if you can see. So I was like a medium to large size hand, I guess. Yeah, awesome handle. My God, this has also a good handle. It's a bit beefier, so maybe would be better for bigger hands. It's also a bit longer. The one thing which is interesting is that here is this texture here, and at first when I got the knife, I was a bit worried that could this be a problem. I have somewhat like delicate hands actually, so I thought it could be a problem. But at the end of the day, after hard use, it really isn't. So the thing is that if I hold it like really tight, then maybe it starts to annoy me. But I haven't had this kind of, I don't know if I can imagine a situation where I should like hold the knife like really on a hammer grip, like really strong for hours. So I don't know, because most of the bushcraft, the pressure comes here. The pressure is here on the upper side, doing hammer grip, pushing, doing feather sticks, food. So the pressure is actually quite light. If this would be here, then it would be a problem. So I understand the design. The point is probably that, okay, if you would have a, let's say, tactical situation, then it probably will give some extra creepiness. Yeah. Okay, but so this is a short video on both of these absolutely great knives, and I just want. Okay, so actually the video started. You see how I'm so newbie in these things, but it started on this knife. But it's hard not to mention this knife when I'm talking about this, and it's interesting to compare these two knives, to be honest, because they're so similar and this is so popular, and I think this deserves more attention because I don't know, it could be better suited for some people. Some people like a bit more tactical look on their knives and they want a saber grind, but they both perform the tasks like really 100%. So they're really good at both are good batoner. With both you can do food prep, you can do feather sticks, even chopping, of course. All those things. But there's some like subtle differences. Yeah, and the sheets, I like the look of this Sissipuukko. Also like the look of this. I actually don't know which of these is better. Also, I don't know. Maybe I like to look a bit more of this because I'm not a tactical kind of guy. Maybe this Jääkaripuukko is a bit more in that sense on my more my looking knife, let's say. But in real use, I love this knife also. So yeah, there you have it. Absolutely super super knives for the money.